Hey guys, back for another video. This one here is going to be about um, how I live my life and how I save money. And we're going to try to wing this and give you guys some tips and some ideas and little secrets as to how to save money. It's a question I get an awful lot. Dave, they say to me, I have people, Dave, I'm a nurse and I got all kinds of debt. You know, you're doing warehouse work and you make a modest wage for yourself. How do you do it? So I'm going to teach people my little secrets and tips to how I live my life. Because honestly, guys, other than getting married, I haven't been down the aisle yet. But other than that, my life is complete, and I really don't need anything else. I have all the stuff I like. You know, for instance, right behind me here, I have them sitting on the bed. Is the two box sets of the White Snake, the one I just did the video on. It's actually uploading to YouTube right now as I'm shooting this video. Um, so anyhow, one of the first tips I can give, people like coffee. You all like coffee, right? So you all know what this is. Can of coffee. And any brand in particular, I'm not advertising for them. It could be any brand you like. This just happened to be on sale this week at the store. Now this can, guys, 11.5-ounce can of coffee, that will last me about 2 weeks. And I brew a pot of coffee a day. I don't drink that much. I just happen to brew a pot of coffee a day. This way, if somebody stops over, a friend stops over, mom wants a cup, mom lives here with me right now. If she wants a cup, she can have a cup. It's there. As one of the things I absolutely do not believe in are those stupid Keurig machines. It's a waste of money. Those things are expensive. Those little K cup things you got to put in there. You know, I mean, what do you have by having that thing? You get to say, oh, come to my house. You can feel like you're at the car dealership getting your car serviced because they have a Keurig machine there, and you get to put the thing in there and hear it go, beep, and hear it make the noise. Fuck that. I don't have time for that nonsense. Brew me a frickin' pot of coffee. So anyway, this 11.5-ounce can lasts me about 2 weeks. Got that on sale at the grocery store. Well, I'll tell you that in a sec. I know people that have to go out and get their cup of coffee every day. And they like to go to this particular coffee shop. I don't want to say what they are, but you guys know who they are. Their coffee's on the pricey side, and it's a little, as far as the taste goes, I've had it a few times. It's a little bit bitter. The one cup I had actually tasted kind of like dirt. It's nasty shit. So I like my regular, like Maxwell House or Folgers or whatever. It's whatever. So on sale, it don't matter to me. Like a regular roast coffee, that's good enough for me. So I know people that will go to that coffee shop every day, 7 days a week, and they'll spend around $5 for a cup of coffee. So you do the math, guys. 7 times 5 is 35, right? 4 weeks in a month. Actually, a month is like 4 weeks and 3 days. So 4.5 weeks, actually. But we'll use 4 weeks for a nice round number. That's over $140 a month in fucking coffee. Okay? I get 2 weeks out of this thing here. Alright? 2 weeks. So 2 of them a month at $2 a piece. You spent $140 on coffee for the month. I spent $4 on coffee. That's just one. Okay. Here's my phone, my Galaxy J7 with the screen protector. Yay! That damn shit, freaking protector crap you gotta put around those goddamn things costs almost as much as the damn phone. It's ridiculous. But figure, since the last phone, that HTC phone I had, which was the last one, got a big crack in it, I put the protector on it. So it's to keep the phone in safekeeping. So cell phone service, right? I have unlimited talk and text just like anybody else. And through my provider, I have a 2 gig data plan. So I have 2 gigs of full speed data, each month, and then they roll it over. If you have any extra left over, they roll it over to the next bill or to the next cycle. And I had to talk with them on the phone a while back because I wanted to know how this all worked. They said, Dave, basically, you have an unlimited data plan. So you can go all the way up to 22 gigs in a month, and it's not going to cost you any more money, which I wouldn't hit that in a damn lifetime. 22 gigs. You're using 22 gigs of data a month on your phone. That's ridiculous. That is absurd. All right? Even these people with these fancy shit. I got a very modest phone. It's just got a big screen so my blind ass self can see it. But anyway, I have that plan, and that works for me, right? So I can call anybody I want. I can text anybody I want. I can look at my Facebook, Instagram. If I want to reactivate my Twitter account, I can do that. I look at YouTube videos on my phone when we're done work for the day and if there's a couple minutes of downtime. And that works perfectly fine to me. I don't even notice it when it throttles it down. So why spend $125 a month for an unlimited plan, or whatever it costs now? I know it's a lot of money. When my phone, and I'm on a 30-month plan to finance that phone, right? Because they had me on that. They sold me on that. It's cheap. So with the cost of that payment each month, plus my 2 gig plan and my unlimited talk and text, my cell phone bill is like $64 a month. And I can do everything that anybody with unlimited data plan can do with this thing, and it works perfectly fine for me. I don't even notice it throttling it down. So that works for me. All right. Now, so that's cell phones. All right. Now, TV service. I'm not a big sports fan. I like automotive stuff, and I look at the news. I'm getting to be an old fart now, almost 40 now, so I look at the news. Sometimes I'll watch the house shows. Like we're watching them redo that Brady Bunch house right now. So I got a recorder box because that comes on after I go to sleep for the night. So I set it to record that once a week, and we've been looking at that as they've been making progress on that. And with cable TV, they didn't want to offer a package that worked for me, so I threatened to cancel, and they still couldn't do much for me. But even with cable, when I dealt with the cable company, right, before I stopped, I actually got a Roku device, hooked it up to my TV, and all the extra, the extra cable boxes that they charge you rental fees for every time you have to get one of those little boxes and stick it in your room, or other rooms, or guest rooms, or whatever, they're charging you money, a rental fee for that every month. And that just adds up and adds up and adds up. So, you're throwing your money away. I got Roku boxes when I still had cable TV, and just had them and used my cable TV provider's app, and it worked. It wasn't great, and then I downgraded to standard def 480 service. So no high def channels. I went to standard def, and it worked perfectly fine. I saved about $10-11 a month there. And then a boatload of money, and I bought my own cable modem. So I still have my internet through my cable provider, but I went with a satellite provider for my television service because they were able to give me DVR, high def, all the channels I want, which is basically the package that's like almost all of your, pretty much all of your regular channels, but no movie channels. And I think between my TV and my internet, I spend about $155 a month. And I know people spending well over $200 to $300 a month on that. That's a lot of money. I mean, honestly, if you have a friend that has that stuff, that's another way you can save money. Go watch the sports with your friends. It allows you to go out and network with people and hang out with people that you wouldn't otherwise see. And that's another thing I want to talk about, right? I started driving in 1998. Now that was when uh, gas was really cheap. Bill Clinton had tapped into the reserves. And at one point, the gas station I actually worked at for a while was at 73 cents a gallon. Gas ain't that cheap nowadays. It's $2 to $3 or even more than that if you have one of those fancy cars that runs on premium. So, here's another tip I have. And this might sound kind of rude, but hey, this is how it is. You need to take a look at your friends. Which friends actually pick up the damn phone and call you, get in the damn car and come over to your house and see you once in a while, and make time for you? If they don't make time for you, keep your gas in your frickin' tank and stay home. What the hell are you going to go see them for? Don't always be the first one to have to make the first move all the time. Let your friends come to you once in a while. That's how you know they're really your friends. Because if they're your friends, they're not going to mind. You know what, Dave? I'm going to come see you. You know? That's not going to bother them to come see you. That's another way to save money. Now, cars. I know a lot of people. I have a friend that's driving a $60,000 truck that costs over $100 to do an oil change. Man, it's because it takes 8.5 quarts of that. It's a GM, and it takes 8.5 quarts of that Dexos oil, which is expensive. Right? But it's amazing to me. You know, but as long as that person is happy with that truck, that's fine. Yeah. Here's my thing. All right? I need a good car that's reliable, that's going to get me from point A to point B. When I went looking, I like Toyota. I think Toyota makes a very reliable car. The Corolla is too small for me because if I got a 48-inch chest. I'm about 5 feet 8 inches tall, so I'm not the tallest guy in the world. With my shoes on, I'm about 5 feet 8 inches tall. But I got a 48-inch chest, a 40-inch waist. I come in around, I tip the scales around 215, 220, thereabouts. So I'm a little bit husky for my height. And the Toyota Corolla felt a little too small for me. I wanted to get a Camry when I went out looking for a car, but really couldn't find a Camry. My mom actually got the last good Camry. I helped her find it. So I went for the next best thing. So I had to look at something American. I knew I was not going to shop for General Motors, so I found a Lincoln MKZ, which is built on a Ford Fusion chassis. 2011, it had 100,000 miles on it. I took it out, let me test drive it. Transmission, shifts, rock solid transmission in it. The engine, smooth as could be. No ticking, no taps, no nothing. You can't even hear this thing, it's so quiet. Brakes are good, it's got nice, good thick treads on the tires. I said, you know what? This is what I'm going for. Guys, I don't even pay $200 a month for that car payment. I took a small loan on it. My payment is well under $200 a month. So, I mean, this allows me, by doing stuff like this, it allows me to have extra, if I wanted to spend $64 and buy that Whitesnake set there that I'm going to start listening to. I can do things because I'm saving money on the car. And actually the goal, I'm going to try, I took a little 4-year loan on that, but I'm going to try and knock it out in 2. Just give them a little bit more, and I do my taxes or whatever. If I get a refund, I'll just throw that right at the car and just get it done. Get it done nice and quick. And I'm getting there. I've already made progress on it already. So making some pretty good progress getting that balance down. But yeah, that's just what I do with cars. A lot of people lease cars. Why are you gonna have a car payment every month forever and ever and ever? Because leasing a car is basically renting a car. And then you're bound to the terms of that contract. You drive over 12,000, 15,000 miles a year, you got to pay them some bitches money when you take it back in, or you got to buy the lease out. My brother's been making car payments forever. He's just now finally decided to get smart. He's going to buy out his lease on his Nissan Altima. I don't like it because he should have bought a Camry or a Corolla. Nissan's got the horrible CVT transmissions, but the car is 3 years old. It has like 8,000 miles on it. So no, I don't think he's going to have any worries with it anytime soon. But anyway, so I don't believe in leasing cars. I believe in owning a car. It's a depreciating asset. Yeah, sure. If you trade out of it in 5 years, it's not going to be worth anything. But with cars, a decent pre-owned car that's been well taken care of with a good service history, you could save a shit ton of money by going that way. And not having to have the fanciest, schmanciest fucking thing in the world. I don't need a navigation system. I don't go on road trips that often. These fucking things have navigation in them now. What the hell do you need to spend all that money to get that for? And it's a Lincoln. It's the high-end, variant. It's the fanciest version of that Ford Fusion that you can get is the Lincoln MKZ. So, it works. And I'm happy with it. And then, here's another thing. Because, like I said, I'm just winging this, guys, thinking of things as I go along. I have a lot of friends, friends that have been on multiple vacations in 1 year. They spend a shit ton of money, Oh, we're going here. We're going on this cruise. We're going to the islands. We're going to Disney World. We're going to Vegas. We're going to this place, that place, the other. Whatever it is, they're not wrong. You guys have fun all you want. But, you sit back, you start thinking about, well, you got a family of 4. You have a family of 5. How much does that fucking cost? It's a lot of money. It's a lot of damn money, guys. And then these are the same people that are crying about not having money all the time. Well, stop trying to keep up with the Joneses, and you'll have some money. So, I take 1 vacation a year. I don't need to see Las Vegas. I don't need to see the islands. Though, I am told from a very reliable source that there are some gorgeous women in the Dominican Republic, so I might have to go there at some point. Old Dave might have to go there at some point. Check it out. Check out the ladies. But, I take 1 vacation a year. I stay local, might go to the racetrack, go to some, places close by that I want to see. But other than that, it's living modest and knowing how to feel complete with what you have. And I don't live for anybody else. Long story short, because we're getting close to 20 minutes here. I don't live for anybody else. I live for myself. And one thing that the people that went to school with me will know about, and that's never changed. It's been 20-something years since I went to school with you people. That hasn't changed. I don't live for you. I live for me. Anybody that's got a problem with that can get on down the fucking road. I don't have time for that shit. There are ways to be conservative and modest, to feel complete, and to have happiness and to be able to save money. Right down to the sneakers that you wear. Right? I know guys that still, 40 years old just about, gotta go out and get the most expensive pair of sneakers every time they come out. These some bitches will spend $150 to $200 fucking dollars on a pair of sneakers that they're probably only going to wear once because it's a collector's item or it's after some famous sports star. Guys, I got a pair of name brand sneakers for like $50 at, J.C. Penney's or whatever the hell it was. I wear my sneakers on the weekend. They're clean. They still look like brand new, and they're 2 years old. They look like the day I took them out of the box because I only wear them on the weekends. And I'll replace them probably this year. But I can't believe the stuff that people spend money on. And people got a little confused because this year was my 20-year reunion from high school, and I had thought about going to it. I was invited. And I started pricing up everything. Like, wow, if I take a date with me and we get a room and, clothes, shoes, fill the car up with gas, because they didn't have the reunion where we went to school. It was down the shore, as those of us that live in New Jersey say. So, time you fill the tank with gas and all that other stuff, it's just getting into a lot of money. And these people can see me anytime they want. They can talk to me on Facebook. They can, come to my house. I see them out in the store. I will greet them very politely. Be happy to see them, and I, wish all the people well. But that's a lot of money just to get together for a few hours and then do some drinking and go crash in a hotel room, and then drive home the next day. It's a lot of money, guys. But learning how to budget your money, living for yourself, and learning how to negotiate. Call the phone company. Call the cable company. I'm leaving. What can you offer me to stay? Go to the gas station. Read the book on your car. If your car says that it will run on regular gas, put regular gas in the tank. Save yourself some money there. So many things you can do. Save money. And on that note, we are over 21 minutes here. So we're going to call this one a video. I hope some of these things have helped you out. And you'll learn to think about things and look at things a little bit better. Because some of these things have worked out for me. I'm sure I'm leaving a bunch of things out that I do. But, hopefully it helps some of you out. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like videos like this, hit the like button, subscribe button, and we will see you back on the next video. Thank you very much for watching.